The Four Evangelists. Numerous accounts of Christ's life were written in the centuries following his death, yet only 4 became accepted as canonical, or authentic, by the institution of the Christian Church. 1. These Gospels were identified first by the 2nd century Gallic bishop Irenaeus. Nature confirmed that the number 4 was appropriate because, as Irenaeus observed, the earth had 4 zones where people lived and there were also 4 winds. Irenaeus thus identified the evangelists, Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, as the 4 pillars of the Church, the 4 authors of the true Gospels. Matthew the evangelist, a former tax collector, Levi, who was called by Jesus to be one of the 12 apostles, is the author of the first Gospel account as symbolized by a winged man, or angel. Matthew's Gospel starts with Joseph's genealogy from Abraham. It represents Jesus' incarnation, and so Christ's human nature. This signifies that Christians should use their reason for salvation. Mark the evangelist, a follower of Peter and so an apostolic man, is the author of the second Gospel account as symbolized by a winged lion, a figure of courage and monarchy. The lion also represents Jesus' resurrection, because lions were believed to sleep with open eyes, a comparison with Christ in the tomb and Christ as king. This signifies that Christians should be courageous on the path of salvation. Luke the evangelist, a doctor who wrote what is now the book of Luke to Theophilus, is the author of the third Gospel account, and the Acts of the Apostles is symbolized by a winged ox or bull, a figure of sacrifice, service, and strength. Luke's account begins with the duties of Zechariah in the temple. It represents Jesus' sacrifice in his passion and crucifixion, as well as Christ being high priest. This also represents Mary's obedience. The ox signifies that Christians should be prepared to sacrifice themselves in following Christ. John the evangelist, a disciple of Jesus and the youngest of his 12 apostles, is the author of the fourth Gospel account as symbolized by an eagle, a figure of the sky, and believed by Christian scholars to be able to look straight into the sun. John starts with an eternal overview of Jesus the Logos and goes on to describe many things with a higher Christology than the other 3 synoptic Gospels. It represents Jesus' ascension and Christ's divine nature. This symbolizes that Christians should look on eternity without flinching as they journey towards their goal of union with God.